studios. Bill Pito along with Alan Hahn and Wally Zerbiak. So up next, Denver tomorrow night, then at Detroit Friday, then Boston on Sunday. This is exactly what the Knicks needed. Yes?
Yeah, no, 100% is what we were talking about in the pregame, right? Is you take care of business, which is the Knicks do that. They're now 19-5 against teams with a losing record. They take care of business, and most importantly, you keep your starters in controlled minutes with a long break in the fourth quarter, and now, of course, you play a gamut. The next 3 games against really good teams.
Yeah, that was great to just get this game over with pretty much at halftime. 27-point lead at the half. You continue to extend in the third quarter. Defense was clicking in all possible ways. Mikal Bridges 8 for 10, again leading all Knicks scorers. It was very efficient, you know, getting his shot calibrated, getting his shot right, and that's the way you take care of business if you're a great team and you get ready for a battle, a big-time one tomorrow night.
And one thing you want to just find out about is Josh Hart and how he's doing.
Absolutely,
he did limp off the court.
Absolutely, and Diawara.
Yeah, obviously Josh Hart being a starter is one of those guys that in these next 3 games you need a guy like him. He's been playing so well.
Hart, before he got hurt, played 21 minutes and 48 seconds. Meantime, Jalen Brunson, he had an excellent game tonight with 21 points. He is tonight's thrilling moment. Alan, brought to you by FanDuel Casino. Get your thrill on as Brunson from the floor tonight was 7 for 16.
Wally wants to talk about his defense.
Yeah.
A couple of steals, took some
Defensive
charges.
player of the game, let's go.
We're going to find out. But, yes, Jalen Brunson just in his bag when he needed to be. But Wally just felt like, as he knew, he didn't have to force anything. Just went about his game and didn't shoot well from 3.
Yeah.
But, again, knew that he didn't have to push it tonight.
Yeah, got to 21 points. Moving the ball, doing a really good job of that. I love the 2 charges and the 2 steals. Get him a defensive player of the game.
Get the hard hat, get the Timbs on.
That's where my vote goes. But, this was a good game for this Knicks team. You got to put away young teams, bad teams early, get a lead on them early. They'll quit. They'll let go of the rope. That's exactly what the Wizards did. And now the Knicks got a lot of rest in that fourth quarter, and they can gear up for a pretty rested team, other than a couple banged-up ankles, to play the Nuggets.
All right, how about some other players who stood out tonight? Karl-Anthony Towns, excellent. 19 points, 14 rebounds. This is a little more than he scored in recent games, but the rebounding consistency has been there every single game, even, Allen, when he hasn't been scoring.
I was slipping in the pregame. This is on me, because we should have talked about this in the pregame. Karl-Anthony Towns owns the Wizards. His career average against them is 30 a game, and we've seen him go up against Sarr, and he has sunned that kid. I mean, he takes it to him to a point where we've seen him dunk on him several times, and I'm sure here at some point we're going to see it again, because when he sees Alex Sarr, he feels like he can get whatever he wants anytime he wants. And this was, I think, a good game. Can a game like this get Towns kind of loose, right, Wally? Because he can feel good about himself offensively.
Well, he's got a big battle coming up tomorrow night against Jokic. In my opinion, the best player in the world. Coming to town for his one trip to the world's most famous arena. There it is. And here's the stare down. That was for you, Alan Hahn. You should have talked about me in the pregame. What's going on?
That's my bad.
Poor Alex Sarr. I mean, for all you people that think draft picks and lottery picks are a good thing, all you got to do is check out the Washington Wizards.
It's got to be a good draft year.
I mean, this team.
Yeah.
I mean,
by the way, the Hawks had the #1 pick that year, and Sarr didn't want to play for the Hawks. So that's why they took
Ricochet. Is Ricochet better than Sarr? Maybe a little.
Sarr's had a better year. Sarr's
better than Ricochet.
Yeah, but it's again, if it's not a great draft year, winning the lottery is not really as important as it is in years like this past year when you had Cooper Flag available.
Next year is going to be epic.
It's the currency of hope.
Currency of hope.
Next year is an epic draft.
Yeah, you've been saying that.
Yeah, and the Wizards, by the way, are not playing Trae Young because they don't want the Knicks to potentially get that draft pick,
yeah, so the Knicks own their pick this year, but it's top 8 protected in the lottery. So the Wizards want to make sure that wherever they land,
they don't drop out of the top 8.
Drawing, they don't want to drop out of the top 8.
But they could
fall.
But they could.
You could fall, but you got to be careful. So that's something why the Wizards
is
should be
the
very
worst.
Careful.
Like, how is that still allowed? All that does is promote tanking. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, if you have.
Think about it.
We saw Dallas do it a couple of years ago.
You have to make sure you don't lose that draft pick.
You can't
It's an epic draft.
Yes.
The top 8 picks this year are going to be game changers.
Dallas did it a couple of years ago, and the league fined them, what, $750,000?
You have to stop those trades where you got protected picks and stuff like that. It's just, I mean, it's so easy. Like, you're incentivizing teams to lose, like the Wizards. Like,
being talked about.
Do you want competition or do you want Alan Hahn, courtesy of hope, make sure you get the draft picks like the Giants and the Jets. No, you don't want that. You want competition.
All right.
I agree. But we don't need to bring the Jets and Giants.
Moving right along. How about Mikal Bridges tonight, guys? Wally, 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
23 points. That was a game-high total. I tell you, when he is on his game, he is incredibly efficient.
No, he wanted to get his jump shot calibrated. He did. He had that big game a couple games ago against Toronto where he was outstanding. Blew up for 30. And then tonight, you know, he came out, got going early. Doesn't force, only 10 shots. Led the team in scoring, making 8 of those 10. You know, when the ball moves and he gets opportunities and he takes advantage with those open looks. And he was comfortable down here, got off to a great start, and that's a really good sign. This whole team is really clicking. Him complimenting OG Anunoby, Allen, on those wings. Those two are wing stop and wing drop. They're dropping threes.
I like that. Actually, that's pretty good. And
We like that wing drop. That's a new one.
yeah, that's a very good one, too.
Wing drop the threes.
I would throw Josh Hart into the wing stop group now because of what he's been able to do defensively and knocking down the three-point shot as well. But yeah, this again was an efficient game for Bridges. He didn't really have one quarter where he dominated like that game in Toronto. He had the huge 20-point third quarter, but that was that was a tight game that they broke open. This was one of those. They were up 23-9 to start the game. What they wanted to do was just keep the Wizards at an arm's length the entire way. And so efficient offense was important, and that's kind of the key to Mikal Bridges' success.
All right, guys, so the winning streak, as I mentioned, is 7 in a row, best Knicks run of the year. And over these 7 games, Wally, OG Anunoby's averaging 19 a game, and he scored 19 again tonight. His offense has definitely been on the uptick. Maybe less scoring of late from Towns and Brunson, but Anunoby kind of made up for it.
Yeah, and the efficiency is doing it with over 50% from the field, up around 50% from 3, too. Just every night, locked in offensively. And that's, you know, Brunson's going to read how his teammates are playing. That was a 4-point play. It seems like the Knicks get a 4-point play every game. Brunson's the one. Sometimes Anunoby got it here. Shamet sometimes. The ball movement's been great, and that's what, you know, Brunson's starting in the All-Star game, so he's a pure point guard, and he's trying to see, guys, do you have it going tonight? And if they don't have it going, then he's going to start looking for his and try to go for 30 or 40. But
oh, there's another dunk.
There you go. The dunko-meter.
Keep adding to the dunko-meter.
It's going
Top
up.
10 in the league.
That's right. And here's them running the floor. He does a good job of that. So, you know, Anunoby's in a great rhythm. Mikal Bridges is in a great rhythm. And I think Mike Brown did a good job when that schedule was tough after the NBA Cup of just making sure that the guys weren't burnt out. You know, the Knicks did lose some games, but Knicks are very fresh, it looks like, at a tough part in the season, these dog days leading into the All-Star break, and that's a really good sign.
We're at the 50-game mark.
I know.
Wow. Knicks are 32
and
and
they're
18.
playing at this high of a level. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And here's what's ahead before the All-Star break. While you touched on it, we got Denver here tomorrow night, then at Detroit and at Boston. So 3 very challenging games in a row, and then Indiana, and then the last game before the All-Star break at Philly. So
the Sixers always get the Knicks on the second game of back-to-back, it feels like, this whole season.
So it's going to be an interesting stretch here before the All-Star break.
Yeah, very important stretch. 2 back-to-backs coming up. But I just like how the Knicks are getting contributions from so many different people. It's not like you have to grind out wins with your starting 5 doing it like last year every single game. Like, you can win games with your bench. You can win games with your wings. You can win games with Jalen and Cat when they need to step up and get it done. So the Knicks are just so much tougher to prepare for, and you know, I like the way this team's playing right now.
And what you're waiting for as Thursday's trade deadline is to see if there's going to be any moves that, you know, bring something to the roster that they're missing. Add something more to make this team even better. That's usually, I mean, that's the first priority of any front office, is what kind of a move can you make that can advance the cause, and that's what we'll see by Thursday.
Who knows what this means for Gershon Yabusele, but he didn't play at all tonight, so we'll see.
Something to keep an eye on.